Warriors, Patriots, and Preppers, coming to you from the prepping closet. Wanted to do this video, quick video, and just talk to you guys about something that was pretty disturbing to me. I got sent a video on Instagram showing a shooting that happened, I believe it was in Philadelphia, over people shoveling snow. 3 people dead, murder-suicide. And, you know, I kind of shared that video with a couple of my friends, and we discussed it and we talked about it. And, you know, at the end of the day, people are on edge right now. People are at their wits' end. We've seen stuff like this before, sure, in the past, but, you know, now in this heightened environment where people have been losing their jobs, they're completely and constantly inundated with the coronavirus, with Biden, with the economy. I think you're going to see more and more stuff like this occur. And it happens a lot more than you may even think. One thing I do is I follow on Facebook news outlets, local news outlets from all over the country. And you see stuff like this reported on the local news a lot more than you would think when you're dialed into kind of that whole countrywide local news stream. And it really just boils down to people are getting to that point where even if they prepped, even if they had money back, even if they were maybe a little bit more financially well off at the start of this, almost a year ago, coming up in March, the video cut out, a year ago, that we're coming up on a year in March, and even if they were financially secure and they've, you know, their breathing room, everybody's breathing room, no matter what their situation, is getting smaller, smaller, and smaller. And Gerald Celente, you can look him up from World Trends, one of my favorite people to listen to. He talks about when people lose everything, they lose it. And I really, truly believe we're going to see more and more and more of that as time goes on. It's really making me question, and I'm lucky in my area. I don't think it's going to be that big of a problem, but I really don't want it to be. But if I was in one of these metro areas where there's people getting in fights over masks, where you're having people come back and beat up store clerks, people get in fights in parking lots over it. I mean, in terms of OPSEC and just security reasons, I might just start wearing the mask for that. Because at the end of the day, as preppers, we need to take care of our family. We want to get back home and go about our business. I don't want to be in a death battle with somebody over a mask. I don't want to get in an argument, in a shootout with somebody over shoveling snow. And part of the reason why this resonated with me so much is because I got in a very, very pointless, heated argument with a stranger over something that didn't need to happen. And going back and looking at it, it would have been a very stupid way to get killed. It would have been a very stupid thing to die over. So I have to be more conscious as I go throughout my day and think about what situations do I really, really want to end up in? What are the potential outcomes of this? Because you never know when you're gonna cross paths with somebody who's just completely at their breaking point. And more people are going to be at their breaking point as this gets worse, as the lockdowns continue, as we go into 4 years of the Biden administration and executive orders here and there. So I encourage you guys to really think about what battle space do you want to operate in? What issues do you want to cause? What hardships do you want to maybe put yourself in for no reason at all? I mean, just even if it was a little scuffle and you broke your hand and now you got to go get surgery, or maybe you ended up, you know, slipping and falling and breaking your leg and you're out of work for a while over arguing with somebody about a mask, of arguing with some stranger about Biden or whatever it is. There's so many circumstances that nowadays we could put ourselves in with people who we don't know where they're at. We don't know if they've been unemployed, they've lost everything, they're just having a rough go of it. You make one little comment to them about their Biden sticker, or they make one little comment about you about something you have on your car, or, you know, a lot of people recommend not even having stuff on cars, and I'm thinking about reconsidering that because I do have a couple stickers. But I want to be incident free. I want to just continue to prep, continue to be ready for what's coming. A lot of interesting bills being introduced that are going to push us to a point to be in a confrontation. But if we never there's a certain time and place for it. There's a certain thing where you're going to have to lay it down. You're going to have to give up, you know, some blood for certain things. But arguing with some guy in a parking lot over a mask isn't one of them. So I encourage you guys to think about, like I said, the battle space you want to operate in, whether it's worth it, what you need to do. it's kind of a mixed blessing. Maybe people being locked down in quarantine because you don't have to deal with complete idiots and strangers as much. You can just go home, chill at the house, hang out. That's one thing I started out doing March, as we started getting more stuff for the house to make it be more enjoyable at the house. So it might be something I refocus on pretty soon in terms of prepping, maybe buying some more movies. We got the kids the PS5s, maybe getting them some more games for that. Maybe finding out other things for myself to help be entertained. We got like a little sound bar. Maybe I need to finish up the surround sound. Just make being at home more enjoyable so we can reduce these potential confrontations we could have with complete strangers who are losing it because they're losing everything. But just wanted to talk about that. If you follow me on Instagram and you want to get the link to that video, I'd be happy to send it to you. It's pretty disturbing, but sometimes we have to see that stuff so we can really internalize things and process it. You can either hit me up on American Prepper Group or at Last Prepper Standing. I'm not sure if I'm going to post it on our network group just because I'm not sure how videos work like that on there. And the last thing I do when people are being paid members is to get that whole thing deplatformed, when really we just want to be focused on core prepping things and core prepping ideas. But anyways, just keep prepping. Stay safe. Thank you.